Let's head back out to Stephanie now. She's at Mount Washington, New Hampshire. And Steph, one thing I'm curious to know is, I think you're giving me the answer here. I was going to say, how do you get up to the top of the mountain?
Well, you're right on this. This is called a snowcat, and this is actually the same machine that they use to groom the ski slopes. This puppy here maxes out at 18 miles per hour, but bad weather can make a 45-minute trip 5 hours long.
Let's go. This is 30 calling 20.
My name's Gus Vincent, and I'm the CAD operator for the Mount Washington Observatory.
Certain conditions have gotten a lot better up here.
Copy that, Jim. Sounds like a beautiful day up top. You know, I'm in these things every day, 7 days a week, all winter long. It's a big toy. If you've ever played in a sandbox with a bulldozer and a dump truck, I mean, this is the ultimate. You actually rebuild the snow road every time you get a good dumping. Zero visibility. Basically, if I was looking at the blade from inside the cat, you wouldn't even be able to see it. You can look at the edge of the track, follow the edge of the road with the edge of the track, real slow pace, get there eventually. Right here is a good example. I mean, the foundation breaks away from your road that you're building, and you're gone. And the cat kind of dips a little bit, and that's when you throw your hands back and you're pulling in reverse. That's called a half-inch heart attack. You know, you get a little dip, you lose your stomach a little bit, and that's probably the scariest part. I believe that we're in home stretch now.
Now, the low visibility is really what causes the most problems when they're trying to get up the mountain. However, Mike, if winds are sustained at 100 miles per hour, they won't go up. Even though this machine can handle it, if the machine were to break down, you'd be in big trouble if winds were sustained at 100 miles per hour. So that's when they say, we're not going up.
I don't think I could take the half-inch heart attack, Steph. I got to be honest with you. Let's talk about this thing you were teasing us about earlier, this Century Club. What's this all about?
All right, so they have this thing called the Century Club on top of Mount Washington, and when I was up there, the winds were only 40 to 50 miles per hour, which, you know what, isn't very strong and does not allow you to become part of the Century Club because the winds have to be 100 miles an hour, and what you have to do is walk around their entire observation deck, and I got to tell you, I was pretty bummed out that our winds weren't strong enough to even try for it.
Just mostly the bare rock.
The Century Club's kind of neat.
The goal is to walk around our observation deck in a 100-mile-an-hour wind without falling over.
This means not having anything but your feet touch the ground, and you can't wear crampons.
I was actually able to successfully complete it once in 10 tries.
I have not been successful. I think I tried the Century Club marathon, as they say, 2 or 3 times now, and I'm over 6 feet tall, so I think the problem is I have too much height for my weight, and I just get blown over too easily.
Now, speaking of how much you weigh, that actually factors into getting around. Ken told me that if you have your weight and you subtract 50 from it, that's how much wind you can handle. Unfortunately, I'm not going to cut it if the winds were 100 miles per hour, but I still would have tried. Now, not only did we go up there, but of course, we've had viewers that have made their way up to the top of Mount Washington, and we heard from one of those viewers, David from New York. He wrote, "Hey, Stephanie, I was on the summit Memorial Day weekend. It was in the 30s, it was foggy and windy, and the auto road scared the living daylights out of me. Have fun at the summit and hope you get the weather you're looking for." And of course, the auto road is a windy road that takes you all the way up to the top of Mount Washington, which you can do as a visitor from May through October, but in the winter you have to get special permission. We were able to get that permission. I do have pictures. Head to the website weather.com/AB to check out our pictures.
Go beyond the forecast with Abrams and Bettis, weeknights at 8 Eastern.